Hi guys. So today I am going to share the experience of interview with the Wissen technology. So this interview was for uh, 8 to 10 years of experience. Like it was for the senior software engineer profile. So in the beginning of interview, they asked me some core Java questions, and then later he asked me two programs. So I'll go through the programs, like which programs they have asked, and after that he asked me a question of design. So the very first question which he asked me, like, how does HashMap work internally? So that I had to explain. After that he asked me the question like, if we want to use any custom class as a key in the HashMap, then how can we use that? So I explained like what are the steps required for that, and it should be immutable, those things. And after that he asked me like, if we do not override equals and hash code method, then what would happen? And later he told like, if we only override equals, what would happen? Or if we only override hash code, then what would happen? So I explained those scenarios to him. After that he gave me one program. The program was like to write a program to split array, and in the input parameter they provided one array of integer and split size. So scenario was something like this: suppose we have an array of length 10 input and split size is 3. So in that case there will be three array of size 1 2 3. Second array would be of 4 5 6, and third array would be of 8 7 8 9, and the remaining element, that in this case that is 10, that will go in the fourth array, and we have to finally return an array of a list of array. Okay. So I wrote this program. So I wrote this program like this way. So here is the program. So they will give you a method. Inside the method you have to write your program. So this was the like a split array, and then they gave the input as an uh, array and then a split size. So I initialized uh, one list of integer array, and then first I divided it and find out like what would be the actual size of split array, and then how many elements will go into the remainder array. Okay. And then I took the two pointers, that is a start and end pointer, and slice both with 0. And then I iterated it through the loop. And then first I filled all the elements in the given array split size, and that the remaining element, if the remaining element is more than 0, in that case I filled those elements in the uh, remaining array. In this way it was able to solve the problem. So later he asked me like, how can we handle the negative scenario, like if the split size is in negative, or if the split size is more than size of array. So I initially had not taken care of those things. So I told him like, in that case we can simply add one additional condition here, like something like this, that if the size is, so if the size is like so if split size is less than 0, or the split size is greater than or equal to array dot length. In that case, we had simply to return the same array. So we could do something like this. Let's see, in the dot add, and in that we could simply copy this function here. That is, we could, or we can simply like pass it to here only, like right? And we could return from here only, simply like return this result, and that will solve the requirement. So he was okay with this. So after that he asked one more question, that is like, yes. So after that he asked one more question like, you are given two uh, different string, and you have to find all the common characters in the both strings, and then you have to finally return an output string that will include on the common characters, and the common characters should be the lesser in number. So okay, let me explain. Let me go back to the page. Okay. Or something like this. So suppose you have given two strings, so something like this. String A is like something A B C D D D, and string B is equal to C D D D A A B. So the resultant string, like C, if the C is resultant string, then he told like it should have all the common characters in both the string, and the number of characters should be the lesser in number in both the strings. So suppose in the string A, so first we see like which all characters are common in both the strings. So in A we have A, in B we have also A, right? But it is here two times. But in output we have to take the lesser number of occurrence. So we can take the A. Then again we have B in both the string, right? And the number of B is same in both, that is one time. Then we have C. So C again we have in the both. So we can take the C, and there is C only one time both the string, right? Then we have D. D in the string A is three times, while D in the string B is again three times. So suppose like in the string B it is four times. So we have to take only the lesser number of times, like three times. So resultant would be something like this: A B C D D D. So the characters can be in any order. The only thing is that it should have all the characters. Okay, and it should have the minimum number of times. So this should be the resultant string. Okay. So this was the second program. So for this program also, I took the approach of hash map. Like for the both the strings, I initially I took the count, like how many counts which characters are occurring, and then later I did a comparison. I ran the for loop for the first map, and then in second map I found like how many times whether this character is occurring in second map or not, and if it is occurring how many times. And for the lesser number of times, I later I initialized one string builder, and then I appended those characters which are common in both the string, and I appended it as many times as which is the lesser number of times. Okay, and finally I returned the output. So he again checked the various test cases, like negative and positive test cases for this, and he was okay with that. So after these two programs, he asked me a question of design, like so the design question was something like this: like you have given a pack of cards. Okay, so you know that in the cards you have four different types, right? So you have given a pack of cards with 52 cards. So you have to design like a system where we have to do the comparison of the different type of cards, like like in spade, black diamond, and hearts. So we have like 13 cards in each different types, right? So you have to write the like you have to find a way like how you can compare the cards. So for that, you have to design the class, like which type of design patterns you are going to use, what should be your interfaces, how will you do the comparison. So I had to explain all those things. So I explained it like how. So the time was very less. So I explained the way like what I was thinking. Like I told him like we can you use the factory design patterns, and for this complaint part we can like, and then for we have different types. So we could also use the here factory pattern here, like we could take the card as the super uh, super something like super class or interfaces, and then we could initialize, and then we could extend it and for different card types. And so I explained the approach what I could think at that moment of time. So later but he was okay with that, and later he asked me like if I have to shuffle the cards, then how can I do that? So after that he was okay. So this was for the first round. So for the second round, again they conducted interview after few days. So I'll update it in the incoming video, like how did it go. So that was it. Thank you guys. So thanks a lot.